the mainstream media is finally getting hip to the jive that sugar daddies and sugar babies are a thing, and that women have been using this to pay off their student loan debt. And the pearl clutchers in the mainstream media are like, oh my God, I'm shocked. Older, richer men are paying younger women for sex. Oh.
Well, it makes me happy that they're being responsible with it and paying off their student loans with that.
I agree. I guess we might as well talk about it now. It's always been prostitution. It's all prostitution. One of the most important lessons boys must learn is that it is always prostitution, and it always has been prostitution. Just because it's, oh, well, you gave the girl money, that's illegal and bad, versus, well, here's a house and half my income and I'll co-sign your loans and I'll pay off your student loans. That's okay because that's barter. But just to show, I mean, and it's such a thin veil and a hypocritical one where the mainstream media is not like, oh, there are men doing this to these poor girls. Yeah, poor girls making, what, $300 a trip or whatever. I mean, you and I know some people that actually use the service and it ain't cheap.
Correct.
They're actually paying off the student loans, doing something women have done, not outright whoring, but that's been the deal since forever. And
they're not wasting it on shopping and shit. They're paying back debts. Good for them.
And to act shocked that this is somehow bad or there's a victim, oh, go fuck yourselves. It is all. Now, every once in a while, I will admit, because I was poor for so long, I did date gals that made more money than me. And it was Dutch. There were some women, but I will tip my hat to some of the Gen X ladies because they did go Dutch. But the vast majority of the gals I've dated, I mean, my God, to get them to pay for something. You got it, guys. You got it. You got to say, hey, thanks for covering this. You're like, hey, it's your turn now. Because if you don't, they'll get into it. And then just to see some of those women peel out their credit card. You know, we had to go to Home Depot. Did I ever tell you about this one time, Chad?
No, what happened?
Okay. So I'm like, it's her turn to pay. No. First 3 dates, I paid. Now it's her turn. I say, hey, do you mind covering this? Because I'm an asshole. I don't care because I'm not going to. Oh, okay. So she fumbles in her purse. You know, after a minute, she pulls it out and then she gets her little thing out and she's trying to get her credit card out and she couldn't because she's never paid for anything. So we had to go down to Home Depot to get pliers so that she could pull out her credit card. And it had never seen the light. I'm joking, Chad. That's the joke. Women are so stingy. They rarely actually pay. So you need pliers to pull the damn credit card out of their wallet so they can actually pay.
Well, I know so many spoiled women. I thought maybe this wasn't even a joke. Like,
well, that's no, but I've seen it. You know, it's like you just think like, okay, women, you got to stand. You know, kind of maybe you offer to pay. It happened. It happened a couple times. Being actually honest, but most of the time it was like, hey, thanks for covering this. Hey, you're paying this time, and they get offended. They get so pissed off. I'm like, nope. You are going to carry. You know why, Chad? Do you know why?
I do, but I want you to say why.
Because women don't need no man, independent, strong, fish, bicycle, trademark. And when you actually treat them as equals, they get pissed off. And so it is, for the most part, I guarantee you guys, if you were to have Chad add up the cash flows between you and your girlfriend paying, you are paying thrice for every one time they pay. And it's not necessarily bad because that's the way it's been. But men have always paid for sex. You pay with outright money. You pay with fucking time. You pay with your labor. You got to pick them up. You gotta, all that other shit. You got to figure out what to do. They literally sit and just take the attention. And then maybe if you're lucky, after 10 dates, you might have some sex. And that's more expensive than seeking arrangement. So now the world's shocked that this brilliant guy who comes up with the website Seeking Arrangement says, there's some successful men in the 30s, 40s, and 50s making hundreds of dollars an hour who don't have the fucking time or patience to be chasing after tail. These girls have debts. Maybe I can make a commission off of this. The guy's brilliant. Doing what has been done since time immemorial.
He created an efficient, fair market.
It's so brilliant what he did. He made it legal because it's not prostitution. It's just friends. He made it so he's a pimp he made it so he doesn't actually got to go be a pimp and beat people for money and Johns that don't pay. And he's gotten a commission off of the biggest transaction in the history of the world. He is making a commission on transactions on the largest market in the world. Brilliant. Just brilliant. He did it with a website, with a fucking website.
World's oldest profession.
World oldest profession with internet technology and the pearl clutchers at CNN and all these liberal leftists were, well, we want to liberate women to do whatever. Oh, did you know rich men are using their resources to get sex? Oh, it's worse than the religious right in the 80s of the 700 Club freaking out about premarital sex or Dungeons and Dragons. All you hypocrites, go fuck yourselves. So here, God, every guy's a John, every gal's a whore, and you know what? There's nothing wrong with that because that's what it's always been. As an economist, I'm just amazed. Don't you find that philosophically interesting where it's like you can barter, you can buy a girl $300 of steak, martinis, and this and that. But the second you give her three $100 bills, that's illegal and you got jail time.
Because it removes the power, the advantage that I won't say everyone, some women have had, and it creates a more level playing field.
What do you mean? What power? You're the one still handing over the money. Maybe, you know what it is? It removes the veneer. It removes the lie. This is prostitution. That's what it is. That's what
I meant to say was that you can do this now. You don't have to dance around it.
Right. I'm not a whore. He just paid for my car, paid for my cell phone, bought me 3 luxury dinners, and got me a hotel room. He bought it because he likes me. Are they that vain? Do they lie to themselves that much?
Probably some do, but
well, wait. We are talking about women, right?
Yeah.
The ones who believe they're going to major in sociology and they're going to succeed because they're passionate. Never mind. You're right, Chad. I answered my own stupid question. Operation Evil targets women. And I won't lie to you. The biggest it's not only women, but the biggest target market is women because they're the biggest consumers of life. Never mind. I'm foolishly, I answered my own damn question. I've had clients who are prostitutes. And I don't say that in the pejorative sense. And I'm like, God bless you make more than I do. Shit, if I could make that much, I would too. I'm all for it. Go, do. Make sure you're protected and no STDs and, mental health and all that other stuff. Fine, go. But the ones that I got bought. I want a rich man. Just the fact you want a rich guy. Well, isn't that kind of going after money? Isn't that kind of, oh no, he bought me things. That's the same shit.
I've told you about what some of my clients do, so...
Yeah, but they seem okay with it.
Sure.
And I give them more respect in terms of this is what I do. And they don't have any shame, nor should they have any shame. But the frauds, the hypocrites, they got to protect their pride and their ego. It's no, you're pretty much a whore. You're pretty, and at least there's honest whores and they're lying whores, but everyone's a whore and everyone's a John. And you could lie to yourself about the best you can hope for. To sanctify it as marriage. That's about the only way. But the husband's still a John and the wife is still a whore. Don't fucking tell me no goddamn different. Kind of puts a whole new... There's the pastor marrying Leah here to wed Charlie and Amy. And just thinking John and whore. Just replace John and whore with their name every time you hear pastors say that. All right, that wasn't dark at all.